Today's Chiefs Report is presented by Drue Classic. I'm rocking one of their athletic tees right now. Very comfortable, very versatile. DrueClassic.com/chat. Use promo code chat to get 25% off at checkout. It's DrueClassic.com/chat, promo code chat. All right, coming up on today's show, a 2023 Chiefs roster breakdown. I take a look at every single position and kind of just compare it to last year, right? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it about the same? That's what we're going to do. So all that and more is coming up here on the show. All right, we'll start with offense and, of course, quarterback, which similar, right? When your starting quarterback stays the same, you're not going to have major differences, major improvements, or going in the wrong direction, if you will. Hopefully it's better because that means Mahomes is still getting better, which, I think he does get better each and every year. Reason I say similar is, we don't know exactly what the backup situation is. Blaine Gabbert gets signed. You still have Shane Buechele, Chris Oladokun, kind of a project on the roster. Chad Henne, of course, retiring, and Henne was a reliable backup. So in that regard, you could project that it's slightly worse, but Gabbert's a vet. He's been around. Buechele's entering the third year in the system, and I'm watching Gabbert versus Buechele pretty closely. Like, can Buechele win this job? Can he be the true backup quarterback, or is the veteran Blaine Gabbert going to be the Chad Henne replacement? Time will tell, but I think in a perfect world, Buechele would win that job. Go to running backs now. I'm going to say better. Even though right now the room doesn't look that different, I think it's going to be better for a couple of reasons. One, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still on this roster, he's your RB3. Last year, he started the season as the starter. Isaiah Pacheco, the second half of last year as a rookie, got better and better and better, and that should continue to improve. McKinnon is back, so that helps. And Deneric Prince, I think, is better than Ronald Jones. So I think Pacheco, most importantly, should take a jump up, take that next step, and prove to be that, for sure starter. I think we all think he is. He certainly showed he could be that the second half of last season. But a full 17-game starter for Isaiah Pacheco, and this room will be much better than it was. Wide receivers, a little change of pace here. Deeper. You don't have Juju. You lost your statistical leader at receiver last year, so that's a bit of a blow. But you got a lot of depth, man. You got 6 guys that should be reliable, at least ish, on Sundays. And Kadarius Toney, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Sky Moore, Rashee Rice, Richie James, and Justin Watson. You also have Justin Ross in the mix. I know the Chiefs like Amir Smith-Marset a little bit as well. There's a lot of competition there for guys to make the 53-man roster. The question is, can a number one wide receiver emerge? I'm not saying Juju was like a true number one, but he put up over 900 yards. Like, he had a big season last year. You don't need a 1,300-yard guy because you're going to spread the rock around. You also have some guy named Travis Kelce, but your leading receiver can't have 500 yards either. Like, somebody is going to have to emerge and give you 70 catches for 800-plus yards. We'll see who that person is. We just don't know who it is at this point in time. Now, which wide receiver do you think will lead the team in yards? Don't include Kelce. Wide receivers only, because I think we all think Kelce will for the whole team. I hope it's Toney. I think the Chiefs are hoping it's Kadarius Toney. He's got to get his head completely screwed on straight. If he can do that, then he's got all the talent in the world to do it. Tight ends, similar. The room is basically the same. I'm not going to say it's better or worse. If it's better, look out, because Travis Kelce had an unreal year last year. At some point, you think he's going to slow down, even though it doesn't look like it. Noah Gray, you kind of know what he is. He's a good tight end 2 type, can block well. I think they'll use him as a fullback some. Jody Fortson, you're hoping you get a little more out of him. Blake Bell, he'll be used in special situations, but basically the same room, and hopefully they're able to bring a lot to the table like they have in the past. Today's show is sponsored by our good friends over at Drue Classic. Get 25% off with code CHAT at DrueClassic.com/chat. Father's Day is just around the corner, and one thing is for sure, dads have enough ties, tools, and baggy t-shirts. This year, give your dad, your father figure, mentor, or loved one in your life the gift of looking good and feeling good with Drue Classic. Their ultra soft tees are fitted in all the right places, and with just enough room where you need it, you'll never want to wear anything else. You can trust me on that one. I've got the ultimate dad bod. But Drue Classic isn't just about tees. They have everything you need to build a complete wardrobe, from button-downs to Henleys and to polos as well. Drue Classic also has a line of comfortable, stylish jeans and chinos and a collection of activewear that's perfect for anyone who wants to stay comfortable while staying active. And if you're not completely satisfied with your purchase, they offer a 100% risk-free guarantee and easy return. So, with affordable prices and high-quality clothes, True Classic is a no-brainer to upgrade your wardrobe. Do not settle for anything less than the best. Use code CHAT when you go to trueclassic.com/chat. I'm rocking one of their athletic tees right now. I got to tell you, very comfortable. My wife was doing laundry over the weekend. She was like, what is this this black t-shirt? I was like, it's True Classic. If you want to get me some more for Father's Day coming up, because I'm a dad now, I will not say no. Trueclassic.com/chat, code CHAT. Get you 25% off. Check the link in the comments and the code as well in the description also. Let's go to the offensive line. Deeper, but I'd say some question marks still, because when you change your offensive tackles, that at least gives you pause, right? Like, potential to be better is absolutely there. I think Jawaan Taylor, unless he just takes a huge step back, is clearly better at right tackle than Andrew Wiley, but you knew what you had in Andrew Wiley. He was kind of just solid, right? Donovan Smith, if he's close to Orlando Brown, I think that's a win, but he had a pretty bad year last year for Tampa. The point is, when you bring in 2 new offensive tackles to protect your $500 million quarterback, it creates a bit of an unknown. I think the ceiling for this group is higher. The interior should continue to get stronger as Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith enter their third year at center and guard. You still have Joe Thuney at guard, one of the best in the game. Taylor had a great year at right tackle last year, so you're hoping that's an upgrade. Keeping an eye on left tackle with Donovan Smith. You have a lot of depth with Niang, Prince Tega Wanaghu. You got Wanya Morris, Nick Allegretti, but can't say for certain that the starting 5 is better just yet, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. Will the Chiefs' offensive line be better or worse in 2023? Type B for better or W for worse. Letting Orlando Brown walk was certainly a bit of a gamble. We'll have to see if it pays off or not. Defensive line, I think on paper it's worse, and that's all this is, right? We're just projecting. It's May. We don't know how these guys are going to play until the season gets here. I like this defensive line. I think you've added some intriguing pieces. Charles Omenihu. I just think that's a slight downgrade from a guy like Frank Clark, at least. When it comes to postseason time. You know what Frank Clark was going to be in the playoffs, just a guy who elevated his game. You still have Noddy and Chris Jones. Karlaftis, he should be better this year, so that's a plus. But you lost Colin Saunders. You obviously lost Frank Clark. Maybe you bring back Clark, who knows. You added Felix Adedike-Uzoma, but he's a rookie. There's a bit of an unknown there. So I still think it's close, but I think on paper it's just slightly worse because Frank Clark has arguably been your best postseason defensive lineman, and he's now gone. Linebackers, definitely better. You could argue that on paper, this is your best position group on the team outside of Mahomes at quarterback, obviously, and maybe Kelsey at tight end as well. But your top 3 are loaded, man. Willie Gay Jr., really good player. Nick Bolton, I think, has become one of the best linebackers in the National Football League. Drue Tranquill last year was a top 20 linebacker, and he's not even guaranteed to start. Like in base sets, he might not even, or in nickel sets, he might not even be out there on the field. You still have Leo Chenal, who was a rookie last year, did some decent things. This is a very good group. Like, your linebacker position is very strong. I feel really good about this position group. So, I think you're in a good spot at linebacker, and the Chiefs should feel good. If there is an injury, you got enough depth to overcome it. Subscribe for nonstop Chiefs news and rumors all year long. The offseason is well underway, but before you know it, the 2023 season will be here, and this is the time to subscribe to gear up for training camp, the preseason, and, of course, week 1. So make sure you do that. It's 100% free. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Share that link with a friend so we can build more of the kingdom here on this channel. A few more position groups here. Cornerbacks, better. Not even because you've made a bunch of new additions. You drafted Nick Jones in the 7th round. Otherwise, basically, you just brought everybody back. Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, L'Jarius Sneed, Josh Williams, Najee Johnson. But what stands out to you there? Well, McDuffie, Watson, and Williams, all who got good playing time as rookies, should improve. They were rookies last year. Like, if they improve even 5%, this group's going to be really good. I mean, it was already a good group last year, and you were playing 3 rookies a lot. So those second-year guys should improve. L'Jarius Sneed, he's established. So, this cornerback group, linebacker group, 2 of the better position groups on this team, and especially on this defense. Go to the safety position. I'll say worse. I still think it'll be adequate, but Juan Thornhill is gone, so now Brian Cook steps into a starting role next to Justin Reed. We know that Steve Spagnuolo likes to run 3 safety sets, so I think Mike Edwards, Shavari Connor, they should get some decent playing time. We'll see if Deion Bush does it all. He's probably just a special teamer. But Thornhill, for me, was the best safety on the team last year, so that's not something to ignore, his exit. Does it completely deplete your safety group? No. I mean, Reed and Cook and Edwards, they're adequate players, so I think you'll be just fine. Special teams, same. It's the exact same 3 specialists. Harrison Butker, Tommy Townsend, James Winchester. It could and probably should be better because Harrison Butker actually struggled in the regular season last year. So if he gets back to being a top 5 kicker in the NFL, if he bounces back, then, should be one of the best specialist groups in the league. Butker was good in the playoffs for the most part, missed the 1 kick in the Super Bowl. That was it. So hopefully he's back to peak form and you're feeling good about your special teams group. All right, fill in the blank. The Chiefs will win blank games in 2023. Let me know in the comments, 12, 13, 17, 8, how many wins for the Chiefs this year?